Hi, today we're going to work on lowercase p. Here's printed p, and here's lowercase cursive p. Before we begin, let's do a couple of exercises to warm up our hands and our arms. Take your two hands and put them in fists, and just clench your fists as tight as you can. Okay, now slowly open them into a star shape. And see if you can stretch like you're stretching out to your fingertips. Your fingers are stretching as far as they can at the very end. And then loosen and clench and loosen, stretch. One more. Clench. Then loosen. Good job. Wiggle your fingers a little bit. Get all that tension out. Take your one arm, whichever, left or right, and stretch up and look up at your star hand and stretch as far as you can to reach the ceiling. And don't hold your breath. Remember to breathe out. Holding your breath causes tension. Stretch. And then down. Good job, both arms. Then roll your shoulders back. All right, we're ready. Before you pick up your pencil, make sure that you're seated and on the table preferably, or a table or a desk that fits your body best. Not on a couch or a comfy chair or slunched over. Doesn't work. Your handwriting won't be in the right form. Okay, don't pick up your pencil yet. Let's take our finger, and you can either trace on your screen because I've increased the size, or you can trace on in your notebook. But we're going to use our finger first, a little textile. Start at the pencil, and we're going to travel up and bump the line. I'll use my cursor. Travel up, bump the line. Okay, the next step is to travel up, bump the line, and come back down, and it's a descending letter, so you come back down into the bottom space. And here's this little character that's sliding down the fireman pole to remind you to come back down. All right, finger ready, travel up, bump the line, back down, climb back up, over and around. Finger ready, travel up, bump the line, back down, climb back up, over and around, bump the line, and then travel away. Okay, here's a little character person, a fire person who reminds us to be sure to stay on the pole when you climb back up. So just a reminder not to lift up your finger or your pencil when we climb back up. Let's try it one more time. Travel up, bump the line, back down, climb back up, over and around, bump the line, and travel away. Good job. All right. Here we're going to practice tracing lowercase cursive p and then copying it. All right. Whoop. Sorry, Mrs. Rooney needs to. There we go. I won't be able to move in position once I get my pencil, so thanks for being patient. Here we go. All right, we're going to trace. Ready? Say it with me. Trace up, bump the line, back down, climb back up, over and around, bump the line, travel away. Here we go. Copy. Trace up, bump the line, back down, climb back up, over and around, bump the line, and travel away. Trace up, bump, back down, climb back up, over and around, bump the line, and travel away. Trace up, bump, back down, climb back up, over and around, bump the line, and travel away. Okay, say it with me. Trace up, bump the line, back down, climb back up, over and around, bump the line, and travel away. Remember, Mrs. Rooney shouldn't be saying it all on her own every time. You should be saying it in your brain or out loud as well. Okay, this time you're going to say it alone. Okay, let's say it together. Trace up, bump the line, down, climb back up, over and around, bump the line, and travel away. Trace up, bump, back down, climb back up, over and around, bump the line, and travel away. When you travel away, when you trace up and you travel away, it's given an opportunity to connect with another letter. And remember, this is a descending letter. It goes in this bottom space, right? But the main body of the letter still rides within the baseline. Okay, we have a little space to do one more. Here we go. Trace up, bump the line, down, climb back up, and over and around, bump the line, travel away. Okay, I'm not going to say it with you. Let's see if you can do your steps so you can check yourself. All right. Okay, so when we learn and check, there's 3 different stages when we work with letters, words, and then sentences. So we're going to check with the letters. And you start to make sure that you're beginning in the correct place. So did you start in the correct place? Right here at the baseline. And then did you follow your steps? Did you say it out loud? And then lastly, did you bump the line and travel away? Okay, if you did all those things, check yourself. If you forgot some, go ahead and erase and try again and pause the video and then come back and join us. All right. Next, we are going to trace these 4 words, and then I'll pause the video and you can write them, copy them down in these blank spaces below. Okay, the 4 words are pad, path, chap, and patch. And these letters, they've created these words out of letters that we've already learned. So this should be familiar, and you should be saying the steps with me to get them in your brain. Okay, here we go. Trace, travel up, bump the line, down, climb back up, over and around, travel away, slide up, magic C, up, bump the line, back down, travel away, slide up into magic C, travel up and higher, like a helicopter, back down and travel away. Okay, here we go. Trace up, bump the line, down, climb back up, over and around, bump the line, travel away, slide up, magic C, around, travel up, bump the line, back down, travel away, travel up and higher, like a helicopter, back down, travel away, and up and higher, back down, bump the line, up, over, and travel away. What's the next step? Good job. Cross your T. Once you're done with your word, then you cross your T and dot your I's, right? Okay, you've got this. Okay, remember, this time we're not starting with a P, so where are we going to start? You should have said on the midline. That's where we start magic C. Here we go. Magic C, travel away, climb up, and higher, back down, bump the line, halfway up and over, travel away, slide up, magic C, back down, travel up, bump the line, back down, travel away, slide up, bump the line, back down, climb back up and over and around, bump the line, and travel away. All right, chap. Now the last word, patch. Here we go. Trace up, bump the line, down, climb back up and over and around, bump the line, travel away, slide up into magic C, around and halfway up, bump the line, travel away, slide up and higher, climb back down to the line, travel away, slide up into magic C, travel away, climb up and higher, back down, bump the line, up, over, and travel away. And the next step is cross your T. Good job. Okay, I'm going to pause this video and allow you to create your own letters. And copy your words into these blank spaces with the letter P and the other letters. Welcome back. How did it go? All right, draw a little box right here because we are going to learn and check, but we're going to do the second stage for words. And we're going to make sure our letters are correctly on the baseline. So you notice that these samples, all the letters ride on the baseline. Your letters should all ride on the baseline. Sometimes we go a little bit below, but they should be pretty close to the baseline, okay? And then check your connections. How do your connections look in between your words? Did you stay in one motion and not lift your pencil? Okay, and then what about your size of your letters? Do they look like the correct size? Do they all look pretty close in size? Give yourself a check. Then let's refresh. Look at your T's. What was that special thing about the T? Make sure your tent is zipped. I see that Mrs. Rooney has a little bit of unzipping going on here. This one is all zipped up because when we're camping, we don't want who to get in? Bear, yeah. Okay, and then look at this connection right here. I went from almost the middle of this letter into a connection. Remember, you bump the line first before you go into the next letter. Okay, give yourself a self check. Good job.